What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about what's going on with SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. This is a game that I actually am kind of anticipating. I'm kind of anticipating for myself. I'm kind of anticipating for my daughter Amelia to play it. I really want this game. I want this game in my household on the TV. And I've actually talked about this on the second channel before, the second channel I have. I talked about when we could see it, the release date. And that was, coincidentally, right before everything kind of hit the fan and the world, exploded as it's been over the past couple of weeks. And I wonder if that has any impact on SpongeBob. This was a game that the talk around it was supposed to release sometime around when the movie was released. Now, the movie, I believe, is still slated to release on May 22nd. I do not think it's moved. It was the same day as Fast 9. Fast 9 obviously moved almost an entire year, 11 months, right, until April of 2021. So now, as of right now, SpongeBob and as of right now, Wonder Woman, I believe, are not officially moved or canceled or postponed or whatever word you want to use. Those movies are still slated to be out those days. And again, rumor around was that this game would release around the same time. I mean, that was one rumor. Another things have said that maybe it's in the summertime. The question is, with all the stuff that's going on, again, does it delay the game? And the gaming industry has been, I guess, largely the least impacted by what's going on around the world, right? A lot of people can work from home. The gaming industry as a whole can, for the most part, sustain itself even though we're not at actual offices, right? Now, again, I feel like working from home would still slow stuff down, and it's a kind of a double-edged sword or kind of a two-way of thinking about it when it comes to SpongeBob, because there's two parts. Is one, again, like, does the delay, or does all of the stuff that's going on, does it actually delay the game? Like, the people working on the game, are they, because of their circumstances, is it pushed? The second thing is, well, even besides that, does it depend on the movie? Now, SpongeBob isn't like, the Fast and Furious game that's supposed to be coming out, the game that looks like a PS2 quality game. It's not that, right? This is a game that actually, based off what you guys are seeing right now, right? The game looks incredible. It's based off, it is basically just a remake of probably the best SpongeBob game ever created. Again, looks amazing. It's going to be a really, really amazing thing. I really have no worry about the base game as it is. So it's not, again, like a movie tie-in game, like one that they just kind of throw in there that they let the development team work on for like 6 months, and it looks like pure garbage. It's not like that. It's not Jumanji. It's not the Zombieland game they had. It's not any of those games. It is, its own unique thing. But at the same time, is it tied with the movie? Because I do feel like this is a game that if you have like a advertising plan to get people to, okay, we're going to kind of build the summer around SpongeBob, we're going to have the game come out, maybe the game comes out before the movie, maybe the game comes out after, maybe, we have them see the movie and then like a month or so goes by and then we have the game and really capitalize basically off of like this newfound excitement for the property, right, of SpongeBob. Is that the plan? And if that is the plan, so say the plan was, the SpongeBob movie late May, and then maybe they were going to say, hey, the SpongeBob game late June, maybe around the same time as Ghost of Tsushima, which, honestly would not surprise me, because we've talked about that before. Late June works really well for the gaming industry. Once it gets into July, it's a bit more rocky, and then when it gets into August, things start kicking back off. So maybe August as well. But I feel like, if you have the movie come out late May and the game come out late June, that makes a lot of sense. So maybe that was the plan. But now, okay, well, again, to my knowledge, and I've been looking at like movie news every single day, I've not seen it. I believe it's still slated to release, but do I believe that it's actually going to get to that point? I don't know. I mean, Black Widow tried to hold out as long as it possibly could, and ultimately that movie is now like postponed indefinitely, right? We don't actually know, because that kind of throws off the Eternals, that throws off all future Marvel movies, that throws off, do you have them come out on Disney Plus, all that kind of stuff. But again, Wonder Woman and SpongeBob are staying put as of now. Again, they could be doing the same exact strategy as Black Widow, where they're saying, well, we're going to hope maybe, restrictions are going to get lessened, and then maybe we can just come out and everything will be okay. We'd be the only movies out at the time. But again, with the way the world is, a lot of movie theaters just in general are shut down. They cannot actually be opened, all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's a rough spot for them right now. And again, how does this tie in so greatly? It's because of that. It's because, well, if the SpongeBob movie, say, moves to late June, early July, or whatever they want to do, does the game now get pushed to like August or September? Can you do that? because again, it's not like a studio thrown together solely for the purpose of making a movie tie-in game that again is going to take like 3-4 months and they can move on, or they'll just be fired. This is a studio that's actually very, very talented. I'm sure THQ wants them to work on additional things in the future. Maybe they kind of just push the game off to the side and say, all right, well, we're finished. We went gold. We've been gold for like 4 months, but we're just going to push it to the side and we'll do, we'll start working on a brand new game. It doesn't normally get done like that. Games normally don't get like shelved until they're ready to release. But if you have some sort of elaborate, again, like marketing strategy with it, then maybe you could do something like that. So it's tough. It's tough. And honestly, there's not even SpongeBob's fault, not even THQ's fault, nobody's fault, really. The gaming industry this week, I feel like this week has been insanely quiet. Now, yes, last Friday we just got Doom, we just got Animal Crossing. This Friday we're getting Predator's Trial. Next week is Resident Evil. The week after is fun. So, like, there's games releasing, and there's a lot of news and articles and videos and stuff off of those games. But in terms of, like, new announcements like, hey, this development team is working on this, there's really nothing. Nobody is really talking about basically anything right now. Still kind of in the aftermath or like the post fallout of E3 being canceled, and then now obviously with all of this stuff going on, everybody's working from home. Who knows which games specifically have been impacted by all this stuff. So it's a tough time because specifically for SpongeBob, there's been next to no news for a very long time. I believe like 3-4 weeks ago it was at a PAX. I don't know which PAX it was, but it was at a PAX. People did get to play it. There were loads of articles and videos about it and talking about just how great it was, and so like impressions stuff. There was plenty of that, but besides that, literally news from the company, there's been next to nothing. And again, news from the gaming industry, a lot of developers, a lot of publishers, nobody's really saying anything. I'm sure things are still being worked on. Again, maybe some of them are having some tough times. Maybe they're trying to figure stuff out for certain games. This is and I'm talking like generally across the gaming industry, but we don't really know in particular which game is getting affected. And again, just in a gaming industry in general, there's been very, very little talk. So it's kind of a tough time because I want news for it. I want it to come out, but it seems like we're kind of stuck in a scenario where, yes, we're getting a whole bunch of games coming out. So like the games that were promised to us months and years ago, they are releasing, and it's a good time to be a gamer because we're getting just so many, and really, honestly, all of these games, Neo 2, you can even throw in those kind of games, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Persona 5 Royal, all these games, they're phenomenal. They're all getting like literally in the high 8s, low 9s across the board. Everybody, fans are loving all these games. So it's not like, we don't have anything to play, but the future is going to start seeming more and more thin as we get through this period because, yes, we have like an avalanche of games right now, but after The Last of Us, after Ghost of Tsushima in June, we really know nothing besides like Avengers and Cyberpunk in September. Besides that, because of the gaming industry and because of the way it operates, you don't really hear about games release date super far in advance, like how movies have like 2 years out. You can know when movies are coming out. Games, it's more like 6 months, maybe 12 months at the absolute most, but most likely it's like a 6 to 8 month window. And really what we're seeing is games that probably would be announced right now, February, March, April, May, then that would come out in like the fall or come out early next year. They are, they're probably going to be pushed or something's going to happen to them. So it's a really tough time. I don't really know what's going on with SpongeBob. Like I said, I really want this game. I really want to play it. I really want to watch my daughter play it. I'm really excited for this game, and I'll be supporting it day one for sure. But I just I don't need it. I would like to hear something about it. And hopefully, again, as long as the movie stays, which I don't know, again, how long that would actually happen, but as long as the movie stays, I feel like the game has a reasonable chance of still releasing in whatever mystery window they have that they just haven't said to us yet. So maybe I should still hold on to my hope that this is like a June kind of game, sometime in June, or maybe like an early August thing at worst. So guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? What's going on with this game? When should we expect it? What do you think? How do you think, what's going on around the world? How do you think it's affecting certain games out there? Let me know. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And again, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. We're all in this fight together, and I hope to see you all on the next video.